From Los Angeles to a worldwide audience, this is Boaz Power TV, where we take your life to the next level. Now, internationally known speaker and author, here's Boaz.
Hi, welcome to the Power Show. You are part of the Power Nation, and I'm so glad that you're here, because here we share ideas that help you improve your health, your finances, your career, your relationships. This is episode number 100, Boaz Power TV. Shouldn't we have some kind of a party? On television, they usually have some kind of a cake. All right, later. Anyway, episode number 100. This is called One Fork in the Road Leads to Courage. During the Holocaust, there were certain people who showed incredible courage in saving the lives of Jews throughout Europe. These courageous people were collectively labeled as Righteous Gentiles. Now, if you saw the movie Schindler's List, it told about one of those heroes. The story was based on a Nazi businessman who employed many Jewish laborers in his Polish factory during World War II. Oskar Schindler witnessed the Holocaust horrors and, in an unlikely change from profiteer to humanitarian, saved the lives of more than 1,000 Jews from almost certain demise in Nazi death camps. Now, another one of these courageous heroes was born in Yaosu, Japan on January 1, 1900. His name was Chiunes Sugihara, and until recent years, his heroics were not well known because he did not want notoriety. Isn't that something? Some people just do things because they're right and they don't look for any fame. Sugihara, as a young man in junior high school, was good in English and wanted to be an English teacher. Raised in a strict Japanese code of ethics in a samurai family, he was later interested in foreign ideas, religion, philosophy, and language. He married a Caucasian woman named Yukiko. She would eventually be instrumental in helping him save the Jews. Now, although his father wanted him to be a doctor, Shinu's dream was to study literature and live abroad. He attended the prestigious Waseda University in Tokyo to study English, paying for his education by working as a longshoreman and tutor. A newspaper ad led him to apply for a position with the Japanese Foreign Ministry. Attending the Japanese Language Institute in Harbin, China, he studied Russian, converted to Greek Orthodox Christianity, and became aware of how diverse and interesting the world was. A number of diplomatic assignments followed in China, including posts in Manchuria and then in Finland. It was in 1939 that he was sent to Lithuania to open a one-man Japanese consulate and report on Soviet and German war plans. 6 months later, war broke out and the Soviet Union annexed Lithuania. The Soviets ordered all consulates to be closed. It was in this atmosphere that Sugihara was confronted with an opportunity to show his courage. A humble and understated man, Sugihara was raised in the strict Japanese code of ethics. He ingrained the cardinal values of love of family, care of the children, duty and responsibility, internal strength and resourcefulness, and honor to the family. It was on a summer morning in July 1940 that Consul Sugihara and his family awakened to a crowd of Polish Jewish refugees outside the consulate. As the Nazis were approaching, the refugees wanted to escape to the east. Japanese transit visas, which Consul Sugihara could issue, would be their ticket to Soviet exit visas and to a possible race for freedom. Sugihara did not have the authority to issue such visas. Thus, he wired his government several times to ask permission to do so. He was denied all 3 times. The return wire stated, "No exceptions, no further inquiries expected." The consul, who was raised in the strict and traditional discipline of the Japanese, met with his wife and children to discuss the dilemma. He was a career diplomat, bound by the traditional obedience that had been taught all his life. Most everyone faces a fork in the road from time to time. Come on, you and I have, haven't we? Faced a fork in the road from time to time. It's how we respond at such a moment that defines the level of courage in our souls. It's not what happens, it's how we respond. Sugihara knew that issuing the visas and going against his government's orders might get him fired and disgraced, keep him from ever holding a government job again. It would also mean financial hardship and possible danger for the lives of his family. Although bound by tradition and duty, he was also a samurai and taught to help those who were in need. The family's consciousness were followed by the decision to sign the visas anyway. And for 29 days in August of 1940, Sugihara and his wife worked day and night as they wrote and signed over 300 visas a day. This would normally be a month's work for the council. As his wife Yukiko helped him register the visas, the message, his fatigued hands, and massage his hands, Sugihara continued to work and did not even stop for meals. The line for visas outside the consulate day and night grew from hundreds to thousands of applicants. He would come up periodically and reassure them that he was working as quickly as possible. By September 1, 1940, the Japanese government forced Sugihara to close the consulate and leave Lithuania. Even at the train station before the family's departure, Sugihara continued issuing documents from the train window. Most of the refugees who received visas from Sugihara made their way across Russia to Japan and then to China for the duration of the war. At least 6,000 Polish Jews with Sugihara visas survived. So I ask, how can you and I show more courage in our daily lives in light of this story, and thus possibly affect the lives of many people? Part of the Japanese code of ethics that Sugihara was taught included internal strength and resourcefulness. He found a large measure of it within himself. Perhaps you and I can find the same. Wow, what a story. And here's the affirmation for this particular episode of Boaz Power TV. It's an affirmation of courage. You may want to write it down. I have internal strength and am resourceful. I show great courage when needed. One more time. I have internal strength and am resourceful. I show great courage when needed. If you like these messages, and a lot of people around the world find them highly beneficial, may I ask you please forward this to 5 people you know. Get them to go to my website, boazpower.com, and have them also subscribe to Boaz Power TV, these free weekly episodes. You are unique, you are special. I believe you have a lot of courage, and you are destined for greatness. I see it in you. You are a champion. Have a powerful day.
This has been Boaz Power TV. To comment, see other episodes, or to subscribe to this free broadcast, go to our blog at boazpower.com. That's boazpower.com. We're here to take your life to the next level.